indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Watchell.
Roll call. Toth.
Here.
Salee. Here. Eckel.
Here.
Tinney.
Here.
Owen. Here. Stotzenbach. Here. Reynolds.
Here.
Okay, it's an exciting night. Ollie, you look like a natural. Looks like you've been sitting there for years. Please come on up and bring your family with you if you'd like.
He doesn't admit,
That's an executive order.
I have no choice.
Where's the rest of the family? There you are.
Half of it.
All right. Come over here. You stay right here. Mom, Dad, you want to get on each side of them?
Even so we're short.
sorry.
Nope, that's all right.
You're all right. You wore your tall shoes today, though.
I love it.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Ollie Sala,
I, Ali Salem,
do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
that I shall support the Constitution of the United States
that I shall support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and that I shall faithfully,
and that I shall faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties of member of council
discharge the duties of member of council
for the city of Rossford, Ohio,
for the city of Rossford, Ohio,
for the term ending November 30th, 2027,
for the term ending
November 30th, 2027,
2027,
to which I have been elected.
which I have been elected.
Congratulations. I'm going to sign this, and Zach, if you wouldn't mind, would you please witness it? Here, we'll get some pictures of you guys.
Congratulations.
Sorry. Here, real quick. Can you get some pictures, Alice? All right, get in the center. There.
Let's be honest, he's almost my height now.
Here, you come in too.
I'm gonna take a couple.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Ma'am?
Okay, is there a motion to approve the minutes for the July 13th, 2026 regular council meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the minutes of July the 13th, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Is there a motion to approve the agenda for the August 10th, 2026 regular council meeting?
Motion to amend the agenda to add an executive session for personnel.
Pursuant to 121.22G1, to consider the appointment, employment, compensation, dismissal of a public employee or official.
Kevin, when did you want to do that?
I think after audience remarks, unless council wishes it somewhere else.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the agenda as amended, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay, committee reports. Recreation.
I'll read it.
Okay.
Rossford Parks and Recreation Committee met July 13th, 2026. In attendance, Toby Ledesma, Lori Freimeyer, Dan Wilburn, Caroline Zukowski-Eckel, Ryan Stachenbach, and Michael D'Angelo. Meeting was called to order at 5:15. Capital improvement projects. The board discussed capital improvement projects, which include the vending machines at Vest Park. It's been delivered and will be operational soon. The gym floor maintenance will start August 30th. This will close the gym floor down for 1 week. New Beach Street park lights are scheduled to be installed in mid-August. New playground equipment at Indian Ridge Tot Lot will start installation August 10th. We signed the contract to start replacement of the Beach Street bleachers. There's an Eagle Scout finalizing a fencing project at Island View Park for the porta potty later this month. ODNR grant, the Recreation Department is planning to apply for the Ohio Department of Natural Resources Nature Works grant. They will be looking for funding for new fencing at Beach Street Park. The project does ask for a 25% match and will be awarded in November of this year. Programs, Little League football and cheerleading practice has started. Summer day camp is ongoing. Fall ESSL soccer registration is open. Meeting adjourned at 5:50.
Okay, any comments or questions?
You guys know, is the gym floor a refurb, or is it a replacement?
It's a refinish, yeah.
Okay. Safety,
Okay, Safety Committee met July 23rd. Meeting started at 5:25, ended at 5:55. In attendance was myself, Zach Owen, Allison Murray, Chief Ravel, Lieutenant Wickhouse, Chief Soroka, and Chief K. Police Department, working on Lieutenant Wickhouse up to speed on things. Department-wide evaluations ongoing, including fleet equipment, maintenance, staying active in our detour areas around town. They issued 105 citations in the detour area since the May 4th when the bridge closed. Jennings Road speed sign, June 1st through July 20th data, over 100 vehicles passed. 87% of those vehicles were under 25 miles an hour, and average speed was the 21.72. 10,000 vehicles. What is it? 100,000? That's a lot. New hire, the new hire is getting deployed. They need to move forward with a lateral transfer from the lateral transfer list. They're currently looking at the best candidate from that list. In 2027, a third SRO is going to be needed for the new school, along with another hire to fill the new SRO's position. Fire Department, Bass Pro and State Bridge Suites are still under a fire watch. They've had some meetings with Mobility, attended multiple PR events, including NSG Family Day, Safety Town with RPD, along with the high school football workout. Contract talks are still ongoing. At the time, they were working on Balloon Fest setups. MDTs are now working with dispatch for the AVL to move closest available rig and looking at replacements engines for the future.
okay. Any comments or questions? All right, report of the mayor and administrator. Allison, I'll defer to you this evening.
Yes, I have several things tonight. Thank you, Mayor. First off, we have another boat that was sold along with, they would like to be able to have that dock space. It's A28, so I need the Facilities, Park, and Marina Committee to give their okay that that would be all right, because it states in our ordinances that it would have to be me and the committee that allow that.
I'm
Want to
good.
do that now, or
Yeah,
I'll make a motion to whatever Allison just said.
okay. Allow the sale of the boat in A28 and the dock to transfer along with it for the rest of the season.
I say yes. Absolutely.
Do we need a voice vote, Kevin?
Yes.
Okay.
Someone second that?
Oh, second.
Rachel did it.
All those in favor of the motion to allow the boat to remain in the dock for the remainder of the boating season, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you. The next item we have is a special request permit to close off the parking spots in front of Bergen Street through just up City Lot 1, the access to City Lot 1, and this is for Bands for Bulldogs. This will take place on September 27th. This was a fantastic event last year, and I believe this will be a fantastic event again this year. So they have actually 3 different locations, so they have 3 different permits, so we'll do them one at a time. So this first permit is for the parking spots in front of this block between Bergen and the entryway into City Lot 1.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor of the motion to allow the parking spots to be closed, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you. The next one they have is same day, September 27th, same event. It goes from 1 PM to 9 PM. And this would actually close off all the parking spots in front of, between the Pocket Park and Elm Street in front of Reds. For the same event, same date, same times.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor of the motion to close the parking spots between the Pocket Park and Elm Street, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you. And then the final one that they've requested is same date, same time, September 27th from 1 to 9, and this would be for the Edward Ford Park, and they would like to use the city stage as well in Edward Ford Park as part of this event.
So this is not closing off anything, it's just,
It's just the use of the park.
Preserving it?
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor of the motion to allow the use of the Edward Ford Park, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
The next item I have comes from Danny's Cafe Rossford, and you have already approved the Oktober Fest permit, which would be October the 3rd. This would just change what he's actually asking to have shut down. It would allow access through the northbound lanes of the roundabout. You'd be able to come up Glenwood and go to the right to get out of town. It would just close between Huntington Bank and Moe's. It would close that southbound lane through the roundabout. And this would be for the same time that he had requested earlier.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor of the motion to allow the closing of the southbound roundabout lane from Huntington to Moe's, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you. And then the next item I have tonight is there have been very many concerns and people that have reached out that are interested in the hiring process and the timeline for our lieutenant. So I'm going to walk you through how that worked tonight. I'm actually going to put it so people at home can see this as well. So we advertised that there was going to be an opening in the lieutenant position with the instructions on how to submit their resume, and we listed it in the Sentinel on March 28th and again on April 1st. The deadline for us to receive their resumes would have been April 10th of 2026. We posted it on the city and the Rossford Police Department website on March 25th. Word of mouth to the law enforcement community, usually they're very close, tight-knit in this area, so the word got out to our surrounding communities, and they posted it here in-house in the Rossford Police Department with the same instructions on how to submit their resume. At the deadline for the applications, we received 5 resumes. One was internal and 4 were external. The process for following the receipt of the resumes, on the 14th of April, all applicants were emailed and advised that there would be an independent assessment center conducted by the Ohio Association of Chief of Police, which would take place on May the 16th of 2026. They were requested to respond to the email to indicate whether or not they would be attending the assessment center. The internal applicant did not respond to the email and advised Chief Reville by phone that he would be withdrawing from the process. The remaining 4 external applicants responded, affirming their attendance at the assessment center. The assessment center itself took place on April 22nd, and the applicants were sent the names of the individuals who would be conducting the assessment center in order to ensure that they did not know any of the assessors. 2 conflicts were reported. The Ohio Association of Chief of Police dismissed those assessors and replaced them with 2 other individuals to ensure that the integrity of this assessment. On May 5th, the applicants were notified of the date, time, and location of the assessment. On May 16th, the assessment center was conducted by the Ohio Association Chief of Police. On May 19th, the final report from the assessment center was forwarded to Chief Reville. After reviewing the results and comparing resumes of the top 2 applicants, Chief Reville determined that Lieutenant Wickhouse was the primary candidate for the position. On May 21st, Detective Sergeant Kayakowski began a background investigation on Lieutenant Wickhouse. On May 27th, Lieutenant Wickhouse was interviewed by Chief Reville and City Administrator, myself. On June 4th, Lieutenant Wickhouse was offered the position. He was given a conditional letter of employment offering him the position as long as he passed a mandatory physical and psychological test. We do this for all of our police officer candidates. Every candidate that has ever been hired for the city of Rossford is offered the conditional letter of employment prior to getting the mandatory physical and psychological test. Both tests were passed successfully, and his official start date was July 6th of 2026. I also would like to remind everybody that as the city administrator, it's my responsibility to oversee the daily operations for the city. I am the first female city administrator in the city's history. Earlier this year, we hired our first female public works employee. We also have more than 50% of my staff and our employees are females, as well as for the first time in history, we have 3 females on Rossford City Council. We would never openly welcome somebody into our team that we did not believe could respect and value all individuals that worked here at the city of Rossford. So if you have any further questions, please reach out. I would be happy to answer them. Thank you, Mayor. That's what I
Thank you,
have.
Allison.
When you say assessment center, is that a test?
Craig, can you explain how that works?
Sure. No, the assessment center is, in this case, it was combined assessment by 3 different assessors. They're all law enforcement executives throughout the state of Ohio. They came in, and the applicants were put through, I believe it was 4 or 5 different exercises. An open, they call it an open box assessment, where they would have 7, 8, 10 tasks in their mailbox, and they would have to like assess the
Okay.
Zoning committee recommends it. Just gives us a little more oversight. Doesn't say if we're for or against. Gives us a little more oversight.
I'll move for adoption.
Second,
Vote on the motion to adopt 26-39. Owen?
Aye.
Tinney?
aye.
Eckel?
Aye.
Salee?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Stotzenbach.
Aye.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2026-42 by title only?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2026-42 is an ordinance to amend the codified ordinances of the city of Rossford and to adopt regulations for the regulation of mobile food vendors within the city of Rossford. This is the second reading.
Allison?
We love having all of the food trucks here in Rossford. We just needed to have something in our code that actually has rules regarding food trucks. And so this actually would put into place these rules, and it would allow for a one-time-a-year application for a permit, just like we registered contractors that come to the city, and it would be a $100 fee for the entire year. You could pop up one time, or you could come in 100 times. It just would be $100 for the entire time, and it would level it out, so the people that stroll the streets weren't paying one amount and somebody else not paying anything. It would just be, if you want to be a food truck in Rossford, you do this yearly, just like our contractor registrations.
Go ahead.
So there would no longer be an additional fee for stroll the streets? It's just one time?
It would be this for the year,
Regardless of event.
each year.
So is there additional fee then for stroll the streets?
There wouldn't be, no. We don't have a permit at all now. This would be one time, so it would cover all of the events.
Okay. And how would that affect like food truck night at the marina if we can't have it in a public spot?
Oh, you guys would give the authorization if it could be in the public spot. They would have to either reach out to the city, or city council would have to give that authorization in order to have it in a public place. It wouldn't just be somebody just go down there without anybody knowing.
The truth is, we've never said no.
Do they have a permit request like we do with reserving things? That would be the same.
Right, yeah.
We would have a permit along with this section. That there's no section at all in the Rossford City Code now that it was regarding food trucks. So this would be part of that.
So they would have to ask permission like 2 weeks in advance?
I don't know that they'd have to ask 2 weeks in advance. If there wasn't a council meeting, I suppose that they could defer to me to allow it.
Gotcha.
We want food trucks here in the city, but we want them to all fall under the same rules.
I'm pro food truck.
I think we're the zoning committee's pro food truck. We agree with Allison. We just felt there needed to be some semblance of control. There isn't.
Yeah,
There's
there isn't
nothing.
anything in the Rossford Municipal Code as it stands. This would add this to the code.
I'd just like this to go to another reading to get more input if possible.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2026-48 by title only?
So
moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2026-48 is an ordinance creating a municipal electric utility to be known as Rossford Public Power. This is a first reading.
Allison or Kevin?
Kevin?
So we're bringing this to council back in 1995, Mr. Watrell, or thereabouts. There was a municipal electric proposed when Mayor Zukowski was here. It went to 2 readings and then was tabled. This would give the city the availability of providing municipal power to some of our new developments that are coming in. We've run into issues recently with not being able to timely provide power to some of these industrial users, which are using an enormous amount of energy coming in, OP Mobility being one, and there are other development that the mayor's working on. So if council has any questions, I would suggest this just go a first reading and we can answer those for you, but that's why we're putting it on the agenda now. We're working with an outside law firm in Columbus who is guiding us on how to do this, and this is what they sent and asked us to get it in front of council.
Is this a result of the part of the study that we approved earlier
Yes.
this year?
Yes, part of the
And
ongoing study.
Is there timeframes for this?
I wish Todd Audette was, there might be, so as I understand it, the present one is looking for a certain amount of wattage up to June, when they're gonna start needing the full-blown, and we're working on just making sure that they have that until June. So there will be a timing on it, but we're trying to get it to you further enough in advance where you can consider it, yes.
And is it specific to industrial usage only, or is there benefit for residential as well?
There could very well be, yes, it could be. We would basically become an electric utility. So we would set the rates for our own constituents, and depending on if we generate, we can also buy from other entities behind the meter. So yes, it could very well be a benefit to our residents.
And is that study complete?
It is not.
Do we have a time frame for it?
I'm not sure.
I would say no later than October.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. yes.
I just wanted to get
No,
a
that's a great question,
timeline.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
with,
been-
with everything with speed to market now, which we've been, as a municipality, have been very successful, it also incentivizes the utility that's currently supplying energy to keep supplying energy so we can keep, develop companies that are bringing in high-tech, good-paying jobs. Because, you know, we're not at the mercy of anybody anymore. So basically, we're setting ourselves up for success. If in the chain, one broke, we'd have another option.
Thanks.
So, go ahead, Rach.
Is there other cities that are an example that we could look at that you know of?
I think the closest one is Harbor Point.
Okay.
But that was a couple of years ago. But if you look, I would Google search it, I didn't
Okay.
do that. And if anybody wants the name of the lawyer that is in Columbus that's dealing with, he's very good and doesn't talk legally, he talks down to earth. He would be able to explain the whole situation, very comfortable with him.
We're in a really good place because we have 3 major gas pipelines that go through Rossford, right through our industrial sites. Go ahead.
I think Mishawaka, Indiana has their own power company.
Could be, yeah.
Okay, we good? Is there a motion to read ordinance 2026-49 by title only?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2026-49 is an ordinance authorizing the amendment of the zoning matrix for the city of Rossford and adopting a new zoning matrix for the city of Rossford. This is a first reading.
Allison?
This went through the zoning committee and is also requested by the zoning inspector. This would change in M2 only, the height that is allowable in M2 only zoning to 50 feet high rather than 35 is what exists currently.
I'll give an example. The Amazon facility, the fulfillment center, that's 85 feet tall. So they're really not building industrial-type, built-up construction that is 35 feet tall. It puts us where we need to be.
Is this a timely ordinance? Is this timely? Would you like us to pass it tonight?
I don't think there's any reason not to, but if you didn't feel comfortable, you don't have to. We don't have a 55-foot high building coming right now.
We're just looking at it as updating code.
Yeah.
It's just antiquated in our eyes.
Is-
Like the mayor said, things are not built at that
But
height
to your point,
anymore.
Amazon was 85 feet. Did they get a special
They did.
permit to do that? So is 50 enough? Do we want
Right.
to have to do this again?
Good question.
Well, that's one thing great about you guys. You can always pivot. I mean, we can always undo what you do. But I think starting at 55 is fine.
Okay.
I agree.
I have no problems passing it tonight unless anyone else needs more time. I'll make a motion to suspend with the second and third readings.
Second.
Is there anyone in the audience who would have a problem with us passing this this evening or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
There's no emergency, it would just be adoption.
Okay, move adoption.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt ordinance 2026-49. Eckel?
Aye.
Salee?
Aye.
Toth?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Aye.
Stotzenbach?
Aye.
Owen?
Aye.
Tinney?
Aye.
Is there a motion to read ordinance, 2026-50 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2026-50 is an ordinance under Section 727.25 Ohio Revised Code assessing upon the lots and lands within the city of Rossford to pay the expense of lighting the streets, alleyways, and other public places in said city and furnishing electrical energy. Therefore, directing the clerk to certify said assessment to the county auditor to be placed upon the tax duplicate and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
Allison?
This is the annual streetlight assessment. I had it on for tonight because we can do another reading before it's due. It's actually due to the county auditor the second Monday in September. So this gives us one reading. We would have another one then.
There's no changes or anything from previous year.
It is changed this year. We did increase it by $15,000.
Okay, is there a motion to read ordinance 2026-51 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2026-51 is an ordinance authorizing a change order and amending the contract with Shelley Company on the 2026 residential street paving project and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
Go ahead.
This is a change order for our residential street program that's going on right now. I have the ability to go up to 10%, and this is above that 10% because they found even more broken curb out there than when they originally designed it beginning last year at this time. So we're going to fix more than we did before, and I checked with Chris, and this number is doable. This one I do need tonight because I think they're going to start it later this week.
I'll suspend the second and third reading.
Second.
Does anybody have a problem with us passing this evening, or any questions in regards to it? No.
All those in favor of suspending with the second and third reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to declare an emergency?
Second.
All those in favor of declaring an emergency, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Move adoption.
Second.
Vote on the motion to adopt ordinance 2026-51. Owen.
Aye.
Stotzenbach.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Toth.
Aye.
Salee.
Aye.
Eckel.
Aye.
Tinney.
Aye.
Thank you.
Is there a motion to read ordinance 2026-52 by title only?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor of reading by title only, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? 2026-52 is an ordinance certifying to the county auditor an assessment and lien upon certain property in the city of Rossford pursuant to Rossford Municipal Code, Section 1327.07, and declaring an emergency. This is a first reading.
This is the nuisance assessments that we send every year to the county. We have to have them there the second Monday in September, which will be the next council meeting that we have. This will be amended, I'm sure, before that date because people will come in and pay or we will assess more. So first reading, please.
First reading? Okay, Mr. Watchell, are there any resolutions this evening?
None.
Okay, council remarks. Councilman Toth.
I would like to welcome the fine young gentleman to my right, your left. Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
Councilman Sala.
I just want to say thank you to the council for, placing faith in me to serve this community. And I hope to meet a lot of you throughout my term. I hope to have some kind of hours or office hours to kind of meet everyone. As a new person, I have a lot to learn from my fellow council members, but also from all of you. So I look forward to that.
Welcome. Councilwoman Eckel.
Welcome. I'm excited that you're part of a team. I just want to thank Larry because we never had an official thanks going on, and he served next to me for almost 22 years, and he was involved in this community as a teacher, as a coach, and then upon his retirement, he stepped up and served like a second career for city council. So he was pivotal to some of the things that happened in this community, and I was happy to serve with him, and he will be greatly missed, although I hope he's having a great time with his retirement from everything. And Ollie, you have some big shoes to fill, but I'm sure you can do that. I also want to thank Vernon Nagel for the excellent job they did on the roundabout. I don't know if we got any complaints, official complaints. We got Facebook complaints, but I don't know that we got any complaints about them. They didn't drag their feet. They didn't run into issues. And we can see by the results just what a great job they did and what a stellar company they are. And I wish we could have Vernon Lego do all our projects. I want to thank the police department for the 105 citations during construction. I knew things were haywire. I didn't realize how haywire things got, but I appreciate your guys taking care of that and keeping us safe. Especially the new Officer Manny that we didn't really ever get to swear in, but we appreciate his hard work.
Pretty quiet.
Yes, yes.
Quieter than me.
That's quiet.
Regarding the work at the roundabout, I don't know if you noticed, but Danny's has those giant flower pots.
Beautiful.
I love them, and I would like to get more for the city if we possibly could. My other comment is regards to the restoration on Jennings and Hillcrest and Riverside. And upon some investigation into Helm Brothers, I've found that they've been kicked out of other communities for poor workmanship. And this restoration thing where they don't do restoration is kind of a game that they play. So I don't know if we can talk to our engineers about maybe ending the contract with them and getting a landscape company to come in and do it right. I did notice a couple of residents on Jennings telling me the other day that they're still pulling rocks out of their front yard. I know that a lot of those yards are still weedy.
The city won't sign off and pay them until they come back and they redo all the ones on Hillcrest and Riverside and the ones that are still a problem on Jennings. But they can't do that in the dog days of summer because even established grass won't grow. You know, they could tear everything out and put back in, and established grass won't grow during the summer. So they are planning to come back in September.
I understand that. I just don't believe that they're going to do a correct. I mean, they didn't start doing it right. I don't have any faith that they're going to finish right, especially knowing that they've been kicked out of communities like bigger than ours, like Marion, Ohio. They can't do work there anymore because they did such a poor cleanup job. So just want to put it out there that we think about it and maybe talk to our engineers, because it would be a shame to wait and let them screw it up in the fall and then be having the residents deal with this mess all the way into next spring.
Field check.
Which we can talk about at a public works meeting, which I need to schedule. So I'll ask you for your availability in the next week and a week and a half. That's all. Thank you.
Councilwoman Tinney?
I just want to thank everybody involved with the roundabout. If you were there today for the ribbon cutting, it's beautiful. I want to thank Vernon Nagel also. I want to thank the Oder Brothers for the landscaping hometown company that we should all be proud of too. I think it's a great addition, and I can't wait to see how much further we're going to go with this. Rossford's looking pretty good. I want to thank the city for speaking on the Wick House hire. I appreciate you doing that. I know it took you time, and I do appreciate that. And I'm just excited about, again, to see where the roundabout and everything we're going to go. And I hope that I just hope it's more good for us. So thank you.
Councilman Owen?
Congratulations to our new council member. He is bringing our average age down significantly, replacing Mr. Oberdorf. But to that point, I think one of the reasons that we chose Ollie was to bring a youthful exuberance and a love of Rossford that a lot of us share. So congratulations, and looking forward to working with you.
Councilman Stotzenbach?
Welcome, Ollie, as well. I'd like to thank everybody that put on the All Saints Festival. We attended both nights with my family, and that was a great time. I know it's a lot of work, so thank you to everybody that volunteered their time putting that on. I'd also like to thank the athletic boosters, especially Crystal Hammond, who put on the Bulldog Bash a couple weeks ago at the R. It was a great event for our community and our young kids, and it was very well attended, so I know she put a lot of work into it, so thank you to the boosters and Crystal for doing that. That's all.
Awesome. Councilwoman Reynolds?
I just wanted to say welcome, Ollie. We're very excited to have you here, and very excited about the roundabout. It looks amazing, and the project was done flawlessly by everyone who was involved. And also very excited for Riverfest coming up, so I hope to see everybody there.
That'll be fun. Any audience remarks this evening? If you have any questions or anything you'd like to say, please come up to the podium and state your name and address for the record. Mrs. Sikorsky, come on up.
Wait a minute. Okay. Mayor and members of council, first of all, I want to tell you, I had a ball this weekend. That was a wonderful, wonderful get-together for everybody, for the graduates. But the best thing was navigating the roundabout. I couldn't stop zooming around that thing in my golf cart. I love it. I see a lot of good safety factors set up there. If you're speeding, you're going to have a problem because it's going to be real hard to speed through it. But it really was, yeah, I'm real proud of it. I wish my father had lived to see it. I think he'd have been real proud of what you've accomplished here. You know who he is. Anyway, about 6 years ago, I came here and I asked you for permission to start the Rossford Historical Society. We had some members, but in the meantime, they either got married and moved away. We got down to 2 members, and then it was too hard to run. Well, we're going to bring it back, and we're going to bring it back big time because there's so much rich history here. And after watching the movie of Crazy Indian Hills and seeing what's there, that as long as I've lived here, I didn't know all that was there. I want to see more. I mean, this is really going to put us on the map, especially if they come here and do the program that they suggested about the powwow. I think that would be awesome. So we would like to invite you to our very first meeting, and that'll be at the Rossford Public Library on September 2nd. And it's going to be from 6 to 8, and we're going to lay out a plan that I think you're going to want to really see. We're going to be interviewing the oldest member of the community, and so far it's not me, but we do have a lady that she's going to be turning, I think Nora turns 102, and they started playing a line dance at Danny's party. She got up and she was dancing, and I mean, come on, we're all pretty healthy here. I think we all look pretty good. Oh, we can live that long too if she can. So anyway, that's going to be at the library, and we're going to work with the library because they've been very generous with letting us go into the Lucille Keene room and getting things, but I need a place for all the things I've collected through the years, and I'm hoping in time somewhere in Rossford there will be a place for us to house all these artifacts. I mean, I have a collection of beautiful glass like what you see up there, but I mean, this dates back to the 20s, and because my father and my husband worked at LOF, I got a lot of it. Well, it's really piling up. I need to get those out of my house, but we need a place to go. Our goal in this program is to eventually get it together like a mini museum, because there are those of you here that have parents and grandparents that have been a part of this. And I don't want the children to forget. We plan on going to the schools. We're going to collect, archive, and preserve as much as we can. We're going to document oral histories, even though the library has done some. There's so much still out there yet to learn. Educate and share will definitely be a part of going to the school. You teach children to be proud of what they have here. Now take better care of it. I was taught, just try and leave more than you take. When you're going to leave, stay here, live here, and be a part of this community, leave a footprint. Otherwise, you've just never been here at all. You know that. That's what we've all been taught. We have someone that's willing to digitize local records, and that really needs to be done to preserve what we've done here. Connect with the community, that's our job. That's what we're going to do. And we've got some people that have already signed up to be a part of this, that know what they're doing, that can certainly digitize stuff, certainly better than I ever could. So if you can make the meeting, we won't disappoint you. I know enough of you to know that you care. Your family, my family, her family, we're all part of something that was very special. That's why we are what we are now. So you're welcome to come. I hope you'll be there.
Allison,
Thank
can you make sure that gets on our community calendar and on the billboard out front?
What was the time again?
I didn't know who was talking to me.
6 to 8.
I couldn't hear you.
No, I told Allison to make sure that gets on our community calendar and the billboard out front,
Oh, that'd be great. That really.
because that'll be here before you know it. All right, is there anyone else?
My name's Austin Potter. My address is 9626 Bishop Wood Lane, Perrysburg, Ohio, 43551. I'm just coming here to introduce myself. I am the chairman of the Rossford Area Chamber of Commerce, and we've been trying to get to one of these meetings a little bit sooner since we've changed the name from association or the business association to the chamber, but we've been busy, so we just wanted to come in and introduce ourselves and let everybody know of the name change, and that we're going to still commit to the community and make sure we still present everything that we did before, but now it's just a little bit change of leadership. And so we obviously like to thank Rossford for everything that they're doing for us and helping us grow as a chamber. We definitely think that the roundabout is beautiful, and everything that you guys are doing for the Rossford is awesome. And then, of course, Riverfest is coming up, so we want to thank you for your involvement and what you guys have helped in Riverfest and helping us with the fireworks and everything else and the planning. And then, of course, we want to offer and ask if there's anybody that would like to volunteer or support us with some raffles or donations or your volunteer help on the actual Saturday. So I just appreciate you letting us come and make sure that you guys know that we are here. If you guys need any help with anything in the city, we are excited to help with the ribbon cuttings and going forward, just partnering up with you guys. So
We definitely appreciate that. We love your enthusiasm, and you guys are killing it.
I appreciate that. We definitely have been growing. I mean, the number of members that we've had join in the past 4 or 5 months have been phenomenal. So I think that Rossford has a lot of potential, and everybody else around us sees that, so they get excited when they come to our meetings and they start joining. So we appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Anyone else?
Now, to that point, I forgot to mention that I have volunteered for Riverfest to be in the dunk tank from 4 to 5. So those of you that are mad about something, you will have plenty of opportunity to come down and donate.
Yes, we definitely are looking for volunteers for our dunk tank. I know that there's few of you in this room that people would get excited about dunking. Just saying. Thank you.
Rach?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rachel Eckel. I reside at 202 Hannon Avenue. I am here regarding the food vendor, food truck issue in the new ordinance. My family and I are residents of the city of Rossford. We are proud long-term contributors to this community. We pay city income taxes, RETA taxes. We support our local schools as both current and former parents of Rossford students and graduates ourselves. We own and operate a small locally based business, Acai Heaven, here in Rossford. Acai Heaven is not just a business that operates in Rossford, it is rooted here. Our mobile food trailer is registered to our home address, which is a private residential property, and we reinvest our earnings locally. We purchase supplies, we pay local taxes and fees, and participate in community events whenever possible. We are also one of only 2 Rossford-based mobile food trailers that are paid members of the Rossford Area Chamber of Commerce. further demonstrating our commitment to supporting and participating in all the local business community events. Before council votes on this proposed mobile food vendor ordinance, I respectfully ask for clarification on how it applies to a small home-based Rossford-owned business like mine. If my residence is also a registered address of our business and our trailer is stored on our property, how is that property defined under the ordinance? Are Rossford-based mobile food businesses operating from their registered business address treated differently or exempt from any of the other restrictions? If not, what specific activities would actually be prohibited on our own private property? Most importantly, I just ask council to carefully consider the real-world impact this ordinance will have on our very small number of mobile food businesses that are actually based here in Rossford that pay taxes here, invest locally, and participate in the Rossford Area Chamber of Commerce and contribute directly to our local economy and community life. These are not outside operators. We are your neighbors, and our success and sustainability are tied directly to the health of the city. Just not asking to avoid reasonable health, safety, licensings, or tax requirements. We fully support fair and consistent regulations on these ordinances. We are simply asking for clear, transparent, and equitable rules and a clear understanding of what rights and restrictions apply to our business and our private property before the ordinance is passed. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Please come up to the podium and state your name and address for the record.
Good evening. My name is Julie Visser, and I live at 423 Hillside Drive. I'm come to council this evening in regards to Officer Wickhouse's sexual harassment lawsuit that has been posted online. I know a lot of people in the community have brought attention to this. When I brought my concerns to Neil, I had my education and my integrity attacked, which I did not appreciate. I did go ahead and research the facts. I pulled public records requests. I looked at resumes, cover letters, applications, the different awards and certificates, letters of recommendation, performance reviews, any legal findings such as court rulings and or judgment statements, which are missing for Officer Wickhouse. I went as far as to even speak to other applicants and ask them questions, and I'm not one bit surprised about what I learned. I think it's important that you listen to the community, and there are a lot of people, not just women, who are upset about this. I moved to Rossford when I was 19 with my parents, and I've stayed here. And in the 30 years that I've lived here, I've never felt unsafe. Now I do. I hear conversations between my daughters and their friends that they do not feel comfortable going to the police department because of an issue of sexual harassment. Those are 17, 16-year-old girls. They do not feel safe with this officer. I did my due diligence. I looked up the information as you suggested. I also contacted you as you suggested. And I believe that our community is very concerned about this. I also have a message from you to me that says, and this is regarding the other 3 officers. We lost the fire chief, and both Goss Jr. and Sr. were relieved of their positions, as many people know. What you said to me is when I was made aware of those incidences, they were immediately suspended and eventually forced to resign or were terminated. I don't allow or accept that kind of behavior, period.
I don't.
Then I think the community deserves an explanation as to why we are disregarding this lawsuit and to have the actual truth be presented to the community. It's out there. I took the time to look it up.
We're
You
not
stated that he
disregarding
was
it.
absolved. Can you help me understand?
You know what, Kevin, you're the attorney.
So our office looked at all the documents, depositions, et cetera, and I understand your feelings. We're trained to look at facts. I saw nothing in there where Lieutenant Wickhouse was accused of a specific action or verbiage dealing with that plaintiff. Do you have anything specific that you can point out to me so that we could research it where Lieutenant Wickhouse said something or did something.
Well, he was judged by a jury of his peers.
It was not him. He was not a party to the lawsuit.
I would really appreciate to have that documentation, because that's not what I understand when I read through the lawsuit and the depositions.
All you have to do is look at, he was dismissed from the lawsuit. You would agree with that, right?
No.
You wouldn't agree that he was dismissed.
I believe what I read said that he was granted immunity. In my understanding of granted immunity, as well as the other 3 officers, they were granted immunity, and that meant they were relieved of their personal financial obligations.
That they were dismissed from the lawsuit, that's what it meant. But let me ask you the original question. So what do you have specifically that you can tell me so that I can research it? Because as the mayor said, and as these council people have told us, and as Allison said, we take this very serious.
I understand.
And we look through everything. There was not one specific item dealing with Lieutenant Wickhouse where somebody said he said this or he did this. Do you have any evidence of that?
In there was something about a tattoo in a uniform.
I'm sorry, can you speak into the mic?
There was, I can't remember word for word, there was an issue about a tattoo in a uniform. Regardless,
No,
I
let's talk
have,
about that.
No,
So
let's
the
talk.
tattoo in the uniform was, apparently the trooper got the tattoo and it covered it up, and it was against policy to do that. Lieutenant Wickhouse reported that to his, please don't use, I'm trying to help.
I'm listening to you.
Okay, Lieutenant Wickhouse reported that to his supervisor.
Okay,
You would agree with that?
yes, I do.
He had nothing to do with having her terminated because of that. He had nothing to do with the tattoo. He was not alleged to do anything wrong in that instance. So tell me what other instances or statements that you have dealing with Lieutenant Wickhouse that we can investigate to make sure we're comfortable.
Obviously, my opinion about what the case is very different than your opinion of the case. I am going based on my interpretation of what I read in the lawsuit. Clearly, that is different than yours, and I will accept that. Okay? What I will not accept is my concerns as a parent being dismissed of having what many people consider to be a predator in our community. I also am very concerned about some of the political alignments that are being made around our community in regards to specific candidates. I don't care what you think personally, but I care when it comes down to impacting my daughters and every other woman in this community. I don't feel safe. My daughters don't feel safe. I am not the only one that feels this way. And I think it would be a benefit because we do have a great community. Listen to what everybody said here today. Everybody loves Rossford. I love Rossford. I don't feel safe. I have developed a breach of confidence in the Rossford Police Department. I know there are pieces of information that are missing on the background summary. I don't understand why references weren't looked at. It says no reference contact needed per Chief Ravel. There's a lot of questions that I have that maybe might be beneficial if we sat down and talked about all of that. But I am very concerned. You said that you don't support that, but yet you are. So,
No, that's not true. Anytime, and by the way, those aren't the only 3 individuals that I showed the door to.
I'm not discussing
No,
anybody else.
no.
These were just the ones that were.
No. Let's talk about those 3 individuals.
Okay.
When it got to my desk and the allegations were made, they were immediately suspended, immediately, pending an investigation, and they were either forced to resign or get terminated. I don't know what else I could do.
I think that you
And
did
those
the
are
right
people
thing.
that I inherited, except for one. Yeah, and I do feel safe. I would, if I was in trouble or any member of my family was in trouble, my daughter was in trouble, I'd want Scott Wickhouse to be right there next to him. I've never been happier than I am right now with the Rossford Police Department. They're beyond friendly, they're all about community police, and if you're having your worst day, they will be right there in front of you, next to you, and behind you.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinions.
Yes, and
respect
I
yours.
have an opinion. The other
As a
thing about
female-
Scott Wickhouse is he spent 28 years serving the state of Ohio in the Highway Patrol. He also served this country in the military. I wish I had 100 Scott Wickhouses, and if that upsets anyone, I feel sorry for him because the guy is stellar. His entire personal file is full of commendations. He's never, ever been, even remotely been accused to be doing any of the things that you're talking about. It was a widespread lawsuit by an individual that cast a big net, and he was 100% absolved from that lawsuit.
That's not my understanding, and that's okay.
That's my understanding, and I have a background and expertise in this because I've been mayor for like almost 15 years, and I'm surrounded by experts. I wish I had 100 Scott Wick houses. I don't apologize for that, and I've never been happier than I am right now with the leadership and the entire Rossford Police Department.
So if there was an applicant that has arrested and was responsible for the conviction and the time this person is in jail for child sexual abuse, multiple children, and this other another officer may have been in charge of a lot of different rape and domestic violence
Are we
cases.
creating dragons and
No,
chasing
actually, I'm
goats?
not. I'm just curious.
I've
I
never
wanna know
heard
what-
any, of course, if I knew or heard of anybody being involved in those types of allegations, I couldn't, matter of fact, I'd like to do more than get rid of them.
But what makes that candidate who has been involved in sexual harassment better than somebody who has participated in the military, who has done a lot of the same things, maybe even a little bit more than one person?
Look, here's the reality. Scott Wickhouse is the new lieutenant of the Rossford Police Department, and I hope he is for a very, very long time. And Rossford is safer because of him, and my family's safer because of him.
I respectfully disagree with you,
Okay.
100%. And I am not the only community member that feels that he is
They should
a
call me.
concern. I believe that many of them have called council,
No, they should
different
call
council
me.
members. Did you inform council of his legal proceedings prior to being hired?
Did I inform council of what?
Was council informed of his legal proceedings prior to being hired?
I don't know what council was informed of, but I know we did an investigation and found nothing there.
So you don't think that that would have been an important piece of information to present to council?
That goes through Allison Murray and our chief of police. If I thought there was an issue there of any importance, we never would have hired him, number one, and I would have informed council.
So my concern of a breach of confidence in the Rossford Police Department is a non-issue for you
Your concern?
because of
No.
hiring
Your concern, I respect and I appreciate. I just don't agree with it.
So it's a non-issue for you?
Now it is.
Okay. I appreciate your time, council, for meeting with me and listening to my concerns, and those of you that did take the time to meet with me, it is greatly appreciated. It's nice to understand that there are some members of this administration that really do listen to the community, because it is obvious you are not.
Oh, yeah, I am. I'm the most accessible mayor we've probably ever had. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. Is there anyone else? Please come up.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. My name is Ann Gear. I was employed with the Ohio State Highway Patrol for 21 and a half years and retired in April of 2025. Throughout my career, I worked out of the Toledo Post, the Bowling Green Post, the Findlay District Headquarters, District 1 Criminal Patrol Team, and the Swanton Post. Throughout my career, I've had an opportunity to work under numerous leaders in the Highway Patrol. The best part of my career was under the command of Scott Wickhouse for District 1 Criminal Patrol Team. He was my commander for the Findlay District Criminal Patrol Team. I worked under his command as an interdiction officer for 8 years. He was also my district staff lieutenant for 4 years. I believe what really sets him apart from the other leaders that I have worked under was the way that he leads and the way that he treats people. Scott is someone who leads by example. He brought a level of professionalism, knowledge, and confidence to his role that people could rely on. When things got busy or challenging, he had a way of staying calm, focused, and finding a solution. That kind of leadership made a difference, not just in getting the job done, but in helping everyone around him feel like they could have handled whatever came their way. One of the things I appreciate most about Scott is that he took the time to listen. Even though he had a leadership position, he made people feel heard and valued. He's approachable, supportive, and willing to share his knowledge and experience. He didn't just tell people what needed to be done. He helped them understand why it matters and gave them the confidence to do their best. He also had a great ability to recognize the strengths in other people. He encourages people to grow, challenges them when necessary, and gives credit where credit is due. That says a lot about the kind of leader he is. I can honestly say that throughout my 21 and a half years with the Ohio State Highway Patrol, the time that I spent with the District 1 Criminal Patrol team was the best part of my career. And that was largely due to Scott Wickhouse being the leader that he is. I never felt fully recognized for my efforts until I was under his command. He played a huge role in making sure that I was recognized and awarded several awards throughout my career. I not only think of Scott as a commander from my time spent with the Criminal Patrol team, but as a dear friend as well. In times when I didn't have the ability to be around my family, Scott and his family welcomed me in to celebrate their family events, going to sport events, going to dinners with him and his family. He will always be a close friend of mine. And of course, a workplace is a lot more enjoyable when you can appreciate someone's sense of humor and personality too. Scott brings a positive attitude, a genuine sense of camaraderie to a team. He has earned the respect of the people he works with. I think that respect comes from being someone who is consistent, fair, dependable, and genuinely invested in the success of others. The City of Rossford and the Rossford Police Department should feel honored to have such a great addition to their team. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else? Is there a motion to, oh, go ahead.
Todd Eckel, I live at 202 Hannum Avenue, and I just want to touch upon a couple of things real quick. In particular, we had a concern for our business Society Heaven, as stated by my wife earlier. The verbiage that I'm seeing says vendors are prohibited from operating from on-street parking locations on residential side streets and within city-owned lots unless as part of an authorized mobile food vendor special event permit or special event permit. So I love that we talked about being very pro-food truck, and it seems like we had some similar concerns. I guess my concern just with that is our business in particular has been working with Rossford, and everyone has been absolutely great. My concern on that is kind of the how our product works, basically. So just in practical terms, in real-world terms, we've had like softball tournaments canceled. We have a lot of perishable items as far as fruits and things like that that are still good, but we've had a softball tournament canceled for an entire weekend, and then we're like, what are we doing with this hundreds of dollars worth of product? And the city's been very accommodating. We've asked for permission. We've gone onto what is some city municipalities, and that has worked out great. I think we stay out of the way and respectful and clean up our area and everything. I just want to make sure that the wordage and the verbiage that's in this proposal now doesn't exclude us from going to those types of locations And, if that ends up being, well, you needed to, as I think was touched upon, a 2-week in advance, submit something and were we approved or ever, and that's, there's been times where we've got home from an event and the next day's canceled and it's midnight and we're like, we'd love to be able to do a pop-up event in town, and we try to get a hold of the proper authorities and to do everything the right way. And it's just that we just had concerns as a business and a startup business that we would still be able to do those type of things. And like I
Gotcha.
said, everyone's been great, but I wanted to make sure there wasn't some nuances in the verbiage of the new proposal that kind of excludes us from being a quality member of this community going forward as far as
We've
working
always
with
said
everybody.
yes.
So, all right.
All
Yep,
right.
all right, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to go into
Motion to go into
Executive
executive session.
session.
Pursuant to revised code 121.22G1, to consider the appointment, employment, compensation, dismissal of a public employee or official. I don't know if council wishes anyone else to attend besides the law rep, department administrator,
And
mayor.
who seconded that motion?
I did.
Who made the motion?
I did.
All those in favor of going into executive session per as outlined by Law Director Heben, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Are we taking action afterwards? I don't know. I don't think so.